Yo, what's going on, fam? It's your boy, Anthony O'Neal. And it's Monday morning where you guys already know we're here at the table where we're keeping it real, relevant, and
relatable.
Yo, today we're going to keep it real because one of the first questions I'm always asked when I get around like a group of young people is, yo, man, should I be buying a house? Like, yo, I'm wasting money. Should I go get a house? Stop renting. I want a house. No. Listen, there are some things that I want to talk about on today's show on what you need to know about buying a home. So I want you to keep it locked right now. As a matter of fact, I want you to text somebody. I want you to send this video to someone because this video is going to literally be a practical do's and don'ts and why you should and why you shouldn't buy a home. So let's start off. Here's the very first thing I'm going to talk about. 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4 things you didn't know about buying a home. Here's the very first thing is you will be pressured constantly to buy a house even if you guys are not ready. Listen to me clearly. I do not. As a matter of fact, Connor, get me on this camera right here. I do not want you to fall into peer pressure. Do not fall into the pressure of purchasing a home when you are not ready. I want you to be ready before you're even ready. I want you to already have the money for your home before you even get into the home. I want you to be waiting for a home before you even purchase a home. Do not get into a home because others are pressuring you and making you feel less than. Do not make that decision based upon that. Here's number 2 of the things you didn't know, things that I didn't know before purchasing a home. Financially, you may be better off renting. I hear this all the time. Renting is a waste of money, or paying rent is like throwing money away every month into a trash can. False. That's a bunch of bull. I really want to say something else, but I'm a Christian brother, and this is a Christian show, and Connor would probably make me do it all over again.
Yep.
All right? So listen, no. That is the dumbest thing I have heard because here's the truth. Renting is a good choice when you figure out what you want to do and when you're saving up for a house and when you're not sure if you're going to even be in the same place for the next year or 2 years, all right? So listen, when you rent, as long as you're renting with a plan, with a clear vision, okay, we're going to rent, we're going to live way below our means so we can save up to go towards a house. We're going to rent so that way we can start looking around. If you are a married couple, just got married, and you just moved to a city, yo, sit still for a little bit of time. Just chill, just relax, start driving around the community, go into different counties, go into different parts of the neighborhoods, go on to different sides of the country, go to the suburbs, go into the city, see what you all will like. Because here's the truth. I just recently moved into the city, but I had to drive around, had to go into the suburbs, Williamson County, Franklin, Tennessee. Not my cup of tea. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, that actually rhymed.
I'll throw a beat behind it. Jacob, throw a beat behind it.
Franklin, Tennessee, not my cup of tea. Okay, not bad. Had to go into the suburbs, Williamson County. Okay. Franklin, Tennessee, not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Okay. Had to go into the suburbs. Not my cup of tea. I like that. So I had to get out of the country. I was in Columbia, Tennessee. I looked around in Franklin, Tennessee, and I ended up landing in Nashville because I was taking my time to do the proper research. I always teach this on my show. Proper prior planning prevents poor performances. So while you're renting, properly and priorly plan. Write down what you like, what you do not like, all right? Number 3, just because you can afford payments doesn't mean you can afford the freaking house. Yeah, I said it. Just because you can make the mortgage payment doesn't mean you can afford the house. You're going to have closing costs, and the cost of the home is not all you're paying for. Let's just be 100. You're going to need money for homeowners insurance, HOA fees. Some HOA fees, depending on what part you're in, you're going to be paying anywhere from $100 all the way up to like $800, depending on where you are. If you're going to be in the suburbs, you're going to be about $500 plus. If you're like in the city like myself, my HOA fees is like $300 a month, which is a lot of money. That's on top of the mortgage payment that I have to pay out of my pocket every single quarter. Then you got home maintenance. Y'all, home maintenance. Listen, I just recently moved, all right? I hate the landscaping. And I believe if you're going to buy a beautiful home, the grass needs to be green and the grass needs to be cut. But to keep that grass green, it needs water. It needs some fertilizers. It needs some healthy ingredients to go inside of the grass. That costs money on top of the mortgage payment. I have to put a sprinkler system in there, or if I don't put a sprinkler system in there, I gotta get out there every morning or every other morning and put the little automatic ones that they go on and go off, go on and go off. Then gotta move it over here to this section, move it over here to this section. So not only does home ownership require money, but it also requires your time. This is why I'm like, yo, listen, just because you can afford the mortgage payment doesn't mean you're ready for the house, okay? And then let's be real. We're talking about, the maintenance. We're talking about, the grass. But y'all, we want furniture on the inside. I know 2 people right now who purchased $1 million home but can't even afford to put Target furniture inside of their home. I want you to let that sink in a little bit. Just let that sink in just a little bit. They purchased $1 million home and they cannot afford to put Target furniture in their home.
What you trying to say about Target furniture, man?
What you mean?
I'm not
Target
trying to
furniture. Not Target furniture. But what I am saying is, you got this expensive home, but they home poor.
I should have never bought that $1 million house. Man.
They house broke. Well, yeah. Well, Connor, I told you about that, but you don't listen to me. Listen. This individual bought a beautiful home, and he invited some of us over to the house, and I was like, yo, I pulled up, I'm like, this is fire, but don't even have a living room couch. Doesn't even have a dining room table. Doesn't have nothing. Got a bed. Got 8 bedrooms.
Is it an air mattress?
No, he has a real bed in his bed. But in my bedroom, not even an air mattress. I had to sleep on a couch on the patio. This is ridiculous. So what I'm saying is this, you guys. Just make sure that you think long-term. Not just the mortgage payment, but everything that comes with the house. And remember that your lender does not have your best interest in mind. They are going to pre-approve you for more than what you can actually afford. And most lenders just want to get the most money out of you as much as possible. Now, some lenders, like my preferred lender, Churchill Mortgage, really do have your best interest in mind. What I want you to do is go to my website, go to anthonyoneal.com/expert. I'm going to drop that link below. And whenever you think you are ready to purchase a home, I want you to go to them and go to Churchill Mortgage. Churchill Mortgage will definitely take care of you. But now, we talked about things you didn't know before purchasing a home. Now I want to talk about signs that shows that you are not ready to buy a home, all right? Now, I want to sit up on this because I really want y'all to hear me on this. When you hear me go through these signs, saying that if you have any of these signs, this means you're not ready to purchase a home, don't feel guilty, all right? What I want you to do is actually feel excited, because having a clear understanding of where you currently are helps you get to where you currently are trying to go. So if you eventually want to be a homeowner and your boy wants you to be a homeowner, then all you got to do is just make sure, okay, I'm not ready right now, but next year you could be ready. So here's the very first sign that shows if you're not ready to purchase a home. You don't have any money. Bottom line. You got some money?
I got $350.
Listen,
that's why I don't have a house.
Come on. There's nothing wrong. If you ain't got the money, you ain't got the money right now. That's cool. Let me be real with you. My dream home is going to cost me about $2.2 million. I don't have the money. I do not have enough money to put down cash without breaking my wallet to move into that house. I don't have enough money to put down enough cash and to fully furnish this big old house that I have right now. So what am I doing? I'm living within my means while also stacking my bread to go towards my dream house in the next couple of years. Because here's the thing, I want you to put down 10 to 20% down and have cash on reserves for home repairs and furnishing. If you do not have at least bare minimum 10% to put down, plus money to furnish your home, and plus money for any repairs that may come up in the beginning, especially if you're buying an older home, you're not ready. but it doesn't mean you can't be ready. It just simply means you need to sit down and get a clear vision, get a clear budget of how you're going to set aside this money to get ready. So that's number one. You don't have any money. Number two is you don't plan to live there for more than a couple of years. This is like if you're in the military and you know every 2-3 years you're going to be moving around somewhere. And I know you're thinking, well, ayo, what if I just buy these as investment homes? No. Your first home that you purchase should be your primary home, and then you're going to pay cash for your investment homes. Well, Anthony, I'm going to be here for, a year. Why not just buy a condo or something like that and then move? No, just rent and save your money. And the more money you save, you could put that down on a bigger or a more beautiful or something that you really want to live in when you get settled in a place that you're going to live for at least 3 to 5 years. So I'm always teaching people, purchase a home when you know you're going to be somewhere for the minimum of 3 to 5 years. Because if you buy something and you're debt-free, you got a fully funded emergency fund, and you're going to be there for 3 years, now you can honestly live in a beautiful home and make a little bit of cash. But anything less than 3 years, you're not going to make any money, and it could eventually cost you money to sell that home. Think about it. It could eventually cost you money. So this is why I say 3 to 5 years or more. All right, so number 3, your job isn't consistent. I get sick and tired of people calling me on the show, on the Dave Ramsey show, and y'all want to get a house, y'all want to do this. Okay, tell me a little bit, how much do you make a year? It all depends on, what I do throughout the year. What do you mean, what you do? Well, my job be kind of tripping, so sometimes I change jobs, and then sometimes I do Uber, sometimes I'll do Lyft, sometimes I'll do DoorDash. I don't know, man, but I can make maybe about $50,000. No, you're not ready. You're not ready to do that. You're not ready to purchase a home when you have a maybe income. No. I totally get it to where you could be like me. Our income fluctuates. 1 month, it could be up. Next month, it could be down. But our career is not situating as far as in changing. So if you do not have a consistent job, okay, you're not ready for a home because you need consistent income to maintain your home. Here's the last one. You don't want the responsibility of fixing your refrigerator, your ice maker, your microwave, your stove, a leak. Being a homeowner takes a lot of work. When something breaks, you have to fix it. When you're renting, you don't have to fix it, okay? When the grass gets too long, you are responsible of either cutting the grass or paying someone to cut it. When the grass turns brown and you start getting weeds all over your house, weeds.
If you start getting weeds all over your house, I don't know what kind of house you got.
I was about to say something, but it's the AO show. We do keep it real here. Some of y'all do got some weeds around the house that y'all need. I'm be praying for y'all. But anyways, when you start getting weed in your grass and your grass starts turning brown and your house just doesn't look good, that's not okay. To me, I think an unkept yard is a lazy person who should not have a home. Because you're not being a good steward of what's yours. So it's like there's a lot of responsibilities that comes with home ownership. So listen, 4 quick signs when it comes to you're not ready to buy a home is you don't have the money to put down and to buy things to go inside your house that you need. You don't plan to live there for at least more than 3 years. Your job is not consistent. Your career path is not consistent. Your income is not consistent. And number 4, you don't want the responsibility to do the things around your house. So, all right, so number 3 signs you are ready to actually purchase a home. This is going to be your first home or maybe your second home because maybe you didn't purchase the first one right. Here are the principles that I lived by. You have the money. You have 10 to 20% to put down towards a 15-year fixed rate, all right? So this means that you have money in your pocket that you can put down towards your home. You're getting a 15-year fixed rate. So I know some of you all are thinking right now, well, Anthony, a 15-year fixed rate, my mortgage payment is going to be high. It will be high, but you're going to get out of debt quicker. Now, your mortgage payment should not be no more than 25% of your take-home pay, all right? Take-home pay, not your gross, take-home pay. Do not let the bank Look at me. Do not let the bank take you above 25% of your take-home pay. I still want you to have financial peace throughout this process. And financial peace also means that you have at least 3 to 6 months in a fully funded emergency fund. So this way, if something does go wrong with your home within the first year, within the first 2 years, or whenever you have this home, you have some funds set aside that you can get these things fixed. And please, y'all, please have some money in the account to go purchase you some furniture. Don't go to Aaron Sales and Lease or Rent a Center or buy here, pay here lots. No. Walk into, Rooms to Go. What are some other nice furniture stores out there, bruh? Ashley's. What's the other famous one? People like IKEA. You know what I'm saying? We can go into IKEA and just drop a couple of grand on a nice little set for the living room or something like that. So the very first sign when it comes to if you're ready to purchase a home is, do you have the money to put down? Do you have the money for your mortgage payment? And it's a comfortable mortgage payment. And do you have the money for an emergency fund and to purchase some furniture? Don't have your kids sitting on the floor. Don't have them like that. Don't have your spouse sitting on the floor. No. Number 2, you're going to live in the area and you want to be there for a while. My goal is at least, like I told you earlier, 3 to 5 years. Okay? A home is a long-term investment. 2 years is the bare minimum, but ideally, I really want you to be there for at least 3 to 5 years. Number 3, you have found the dopest realtor in the world. And let me tell you what happens when you have a dope realtor. They save you money. They save you headaches. One of my good friends, Bullock, he is one of our ELPs, endorsed local providers. He helped me sell my last house. All right. So I'm going to give you the full story. Here's a true story. I thought my house was worth this certain amount of money. We did our research. That most expensive house in my community was going for this one particular number. And so it was like, all right, bet. So that house is something familiar, similar to yours. So we're going to probably put it on the market. Boom, right there. Well, he went home, did some more research, did some more studying, and he called me back and said, hey, we're going to go up $30,000. I was like, $30,000? He was like, yeah. I said, bro, that'll be the most expensive house in the neighborhood when it's a 2-year-old home, when a brand new home is being built for $30,000 less. He said, your house is worth it. Trust me. I said, all right, bro, you don't give me more money. Go get me more money, bro. And so we put it on the market on a Saturday morning. By Saturday afternoon, within 3 hours, the house sold, not for $30,000 more than what I wanted, but $35,000 more than I wanted. The guy offered us $5,000 more if we just take it off the market instantly. You see, if I didn't have an ELP that knew his job, if I didn't have someone that I've personally vetted, that Dave Ramsey, my mentor and our team here have personally vetted, I would not have made an extra $35,000 on the house. I would have lost a lot of money. But the story continues to go on. So I sell that house, I make $35,000 more, and this ELP, come on now, same guy. I tell him what I want. I tell him, hey, I'm a young man. I want to try something new. I was in this big old family home as a single man with just me and my dog, but I want to try something like a little urban, a little more youthful, maybe like a nice little town home, 3-story, maybe a rooftop. He's like, all right, bet. 2 days later, he sends me back some options. We see this one. This one was actually out of my price range. I said, bro, I can't afford that right now. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I could do. That's not in my budget. He was like, I know that, but I think I can talk the owner down, the builder down to your budget. I said, bruh, that's going to be about 60 grand. He said, let me do my job. I said, if you do your job, youtheman.com. And listen here, I live in that spot right now because my ELP did his job. So what am I saying? Get you a dope ELP. Get you a dope realtor that really knows what to do. Someone that can make you money and save you money. I'm going to drop the link below again, anthonyoneil.com/experts, all right? /experts. And I want you to go there. When you know you have the money, when you know you're going to be in this place for at least 3 to 5 years, I want you to go and contact one of our ELPs who will walk you through the whole process, who will save you time, who will save you headaches, who will do all the negotiating for you. And their job is to get you into the home because that's how they get paid. All right? Here's the last thing that I really want to address. Because a lot of single people hit me up and they say, yo, Ayo, should I buy a home when I'm single? And I am like 50-50 on this. And I'm gonna rub somebody wrong here. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl, she does like a lot of my content editing and helps me structure things. Eva, you know what I'm saying? You know, we talk about this sometimes. She's a beautiful married woman with an amazing family. And I know some single ladies are gonna hate me when I say this, but I think if you're a single lady in your 20s and you're in a serious relationship, I say you need to wait. I say you need to wait. I really do think. I think.
Hey, Eva wants you to know she agrees with that.
Oh, Eva agrees?
Yeah.
If you're a single lady in your 30s, you should buy a home.
If you're a single lady in your 30s, you should buy a home.
See. It's easy. See, here's my thing. If you're single ladies in your 30s and you're not seriously dating someone, then I agree with Eva. I agree. But I think for a woman, if you are seriously dating someone, because again, I teach we date with the intent of marriage. And so when we are in a relationship, if you're in a committed relationship and you all are talking about marriage, I believe that the woman should just not like stop, pause, but still on the back end, be stacking your money, be putting some money aside. So that way, if it doesn't go, you can instantly go and do what you need to do and do what you want to do if it doesn't go that way. Now, for my brothers, I think if you're in your 20s and you're debt-free, you got a fully funded emergency fund, you got some money on the reserves where you can put down 10%, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it so that way your wife can leave her family's home or leave her situation, move into you, and y'all continue to build together. And then here's what I say. Now you have that money, brother. Now you can take that money that you make off of the equity of the home and flip it and go build your wife or go build your family what they really want. Now, I know some people can get in the comments and like, Anthony, a woman can do that too. And that. And listen, I'm not saying a woman who does that is wrong. No, I'm just giving my personal opinion. This is what I told my little sister. This is what I tell my young lady friends who I'm just mentoring and what I tell my young guy friends who I'm mentoring. Like, yo, I mean, young ladies, so I don't believe a young lady needs to be the number one and a sole provider of the home. And I think that a man should be the lead provider. And so I love seeing a woman who works, who saves, who comes to the table with $100,000, who comes to the table with 150. Like, babe, I've been working, I've been saving because I've been praying for God to send me the right man that will take me off my feet and we can build something together. And I believe this young man should come to the table with something too. If he doesn't have a house, he need to come with 100, 200 grand as well. Now, I'm not saying 100 grand is the mandatory. Here's what I'm saying. Everyone should come to the table with something. And so if you want to go purchase a house, that's cool. Do you? But I believe a young lady in their 20s, don't force yourself with that responsibility. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not right now. Just stack your money. Just pay off all your debt. Pay off your student loans. Live below your means so that when that man finds you, when that man finds his best thing, together, y'all can build something amazing. And that's my goal. So I purchased a home as a young single man, but I'm 36 years old. So I need to be doing something. You know, I got to be doing something. Now, if you're 35, you're 36, if you're 40 years old and you're a single woman, go get you a home. Go get you a home. And let me say this too. This ain't got nothing to do with the show. If you a young man or a young woman and you 30 years old living at home with your mom and daddy, get your behind out the house. Get out the house and get out there and rent something. Get out there and start becoming a young woman, a young man. I say this, I say it right here on my show. Stop being a grown-up little boy or little girl in a grown man's or grown woman's body acting like you grown. You ain't grown. Sick and tired of that. That ain't got nothing to do with the show, but I get that all the time. I'm home saving up. Well, how much have you saved up? I saved about $1,000. How long you been home? About 5 years. 5 years. You don't save $1,000? No. No. You ain't ready to buy a home. You ain't ready to... If you living at home with your mom and dad, you ain't even ready to be dating. I'm going to be real with you. If you're 35 years old, stop dating. You can't even take care of yourself. And you want to take care of another person? Okay, Connor, I ain't got nothing to do with the show. But listen.
Praise God. That's got everything to do with the show.
But listen, you guys, we just keep it real here, man. And I ain't trying to be polished. You know, I write down these notes. I'm just giving you all this information from my heart. I want to see you all win. Don't get it twisted. My team and I, they in there with Connor. We sit down every single day. We want to see you win. All right? I want you to be 25 years old as a young man and you're a homeowner. I want to see you owning a business. I want to see you making $100,000. I want to see you accomplishing your dreams. But I learned so much in my 20s. And the key thing that I learned was I didn't have a solid foundation to stand on. And I'm just giving you what I've learned, that if I had to go back to my 20-year-old, this is what I would tell myself. And the truth of the fact is, I didn't purchase my first home until I was like 33. Yeah, 33 years old. I'm 36. I purchased about 2.5 years ago. I just purchased my second home. And I'm already setting aside money to build my dream home. I'm talking about dream home. My goal is to have it and be moved in by the time I turn 40. And so these are the same principles that I'm standing on. I want you to stand on these same principles, okay? And so it's your boy, Anthony O'Neill, and I am out because I just want to help you. So I'm going to go work on some more content so I can come back next Monday and help you out. It's your boy, Anthony O'Neill. Peace.